Hi there, this is Andrea Hess, and today I want to talk to you about how one of our most basic human needs can really get in the way of our financial success. We all have one overriding need, and we all share it, and that's the need for safety. None of us are immune to the desire for safety. All of us would like to know that no matter what, we'll be okay. We love the idea of having a nest egg to fall back on, a safety net, anything really that will help us guard against an uncertain future. Now, of course, we know the future is anything but certain, right? But that's why we've come up with such concepts as, health insurance and retirement accounts so that, against all odds, we can be safe. Unfortunately, our need for safety is also the biggest limitation that we place on our income level. Here's the truth, and this is based on universal law, which means it applies to absolutely everyone. We live in a world of polarity. Everything is irrevocably tied to its opposite. There can be no light without dark, no love without fear, no right without left, no front without back, right? Nothing can exist without its polarity. And see, we don't always like this truth. In fact, I sometimes get blog comments from people who think they can, run a spiritual bypass on the law of polarity, but we can't. And so we have to understand that any potential success will come with an equal potential for failure. And this is why we stop ourselves from creating the income we want. Because if we're going to create more money in our lives, we're going to have to step into some opportunities. We're going to have to make some investments. We're going to have to take some action that holds the potential for financial success, right? But those same opportunities and investments and actions will, by universal law, also hold the same exact potential for financial failure. They go together. You cannot have potential success without potential failure. If you're not willing to risk loss, you're also not going to have the possibility of gain. But since most of us have this overriding desire for safety, guess what? We set financial intentions. We ask the universe to show us the way. We pray for guidance. An opportunity drops into our laps and we say, yeah, no, that's too scary. I can't do that. I don't know that this will work out. I'm going to wait until I feel more comfortable. See, what we really want is a nice and safe opportunity that can bring us financial success. It's one of those guaranteed, no-brainer, easy opportunities, except, they don't exist. And if someone tells you they have one, well, we'd all like to believe that, right? But potential success and potential failure, they go together, they go hand in hand. No true opportunity will ever come your way without risk attached. In fact, the bigger the potential for income, the greater the potential for loss. And here's where it gets really uncomfortable. Because some people have taken this message and say, oh, so as long as I take risks, I'm embracing success. And that's mostly correct. If you want to create more income, you're going to have to take financial risks. But here's the thing. The presence of financial risks, being willing to invest, being willing to put yourself on the line, that doesn't actually guarantee success. It just guarantees the inherent possibility of success. The truth is, the potential for failure is there. You might fail. Lots of people make investments that don't pay off, and we like to ignore this reality. The first thing we want to do is find the safest way. The next thing we want to do is assume that because we're willing to risk failure, success is guaranteed. It's not. Only the possibility of success is guaranteed. No, when you take an opportunity, you could just as easily fail as succeed. I know that's uncomfortable, but here's the good news. Which side of the polarity you manifest, whether you manifest abundance or lack, profit or loss, that is entirely up to you and the actions that you take. I've seen people seize an opportunity, take a risk, and then sit back and do nothing. Because taking the risk took so much effort, they had nothing left. And worse, they had a sense of entitlement because, after all, hey, they were willing to take the risk. They felt like they'd done all this inner work just taking that risk. It took so much inner strength to take the risk in the first place, and then they didn't follow through. And all that happened was a financial loss. So just understand that opportunities come and they have the potential for success and failure, and stepping into the opportunity, that's just a beginning. For a while, you're in a state of suspension between the two, right? Now the law of gestation starts to kick in. You're suspended between success and failure, and it's very uncomfortable, sometimes for months, because you don't know for sure whether you're going to fall or you're going to fly, you're going to win or lose. And so because we're so uncomfortable, we sort of hunker down and wait. That's a terrible thing to do. What we need to do is flap our wings hard. We have to follow up taking a risk with massive new action, because it's what we do after we step into opportunity that decides which side of the polarity, success or failure, we end up manifesting. So if you're willing to take a risk, if you're willing to make big investments, shoot for the moon, awesome. That's just the beginning. It's what you do afterwards that really determines the outcome. This is Andrea Hess, financial psychic and money attraction mentor. Thanks so much for watching.